Alright, I'm in front of the house here, and we have a really big Carpenter ant colony in the area, and they used to be over there, and I thought I killed the whole hive, but then I think that was a suburb, and then this is the downtown headquarters right here, in this down tree here, and maybe even eating up this big pine here. I'm hoping not. Looks like they're definitely doing, you might not even be able to see on camera, but there's definitely activity all around here, and you won't be able to hear it on the camera, but there's so much activity that you can just hear just a dull, like swooshing sound that's just constant. So I think this is gonna be insane how many ants are here. Even now, without disturbing it, I just hear this dull, kind of like stepping on leaves, but on a micro level. So I'm gonna disturb this log, and we're gonna see what it looks like. Wish I had a little tripod or something, but I don't. So we'll see in a second. All right, welcome back, and I'm gonna get you really close and see if you guys can hear it. This is insane. I don't know if you can hear it on the camera, but it is loud. Let's see how far away I can still hear it. Probably 10 feet away I hear it. Probably about 15 feet away, it's very quiet, but I still could barely hear it. They don't know where I'm at yet. And this may look like fire ants to you because of how many there are. These are Carpenter ants. So in person, this is just insane. I don't know. In person, if you saw this is just insane. So I'm recording for you while staring at my feet. And so I bought this killer, this poison, and it does a really good job. It's not immediate. It takes probably 15 minutes before it starts killing them all, but it kills on contact. So I'm gonna get to work and keep moving this around and keep killing them. But I have a feeling this is gonna be a war, an ongoing war, and not a battle here. So, but we'll keep fighting. All right, I'll show you some of the battle. So I'm using that hoe there, and I'm pulling this apart, and they're docile because I've been spraying them already. But I mean, looks like that's the nursery. All the babies there. It sounds like it's raining here. It sounds like sprinkling has begun in the woods, but it's all these ants moving. That's where the log used to be. I yanked it out, and of course it was just insane over there. And the more I disturb of this down log, the more come out of it. But this spray makes them a little bit docile, and then they die after 20 minutes or so. And it's specifically for carpenter ants and termites. So if you're having issues with this, with these, you have to get the special stuff. You can't get just normal ant stuff. And unfortunately, it doesn't come in granule. You have to, has to be a concentrate, and then you mix it into a sprayer like this. See how much I got left here. I'll see if I can let's just move that thing. All right, there you go. More, tons more right through here. And I'm just spraying in all those networks of tunnels. And it does a good job. I didn't think it was working at first when I first started using it, but it works great. It just is delayed. So it's frustrating because there's so many down limbs. They've been, you know, this land was just cleared, and so this was their Garden of Eden here with all these just down trees, and they were feasting. And I'm just trying to work them all the way out of, at least around the house, and push them further and further away and just get rid of them. But it's gonna be a while, I think, because there's so many down trees back in there. I just feel like every single one of them is gonna have their own little colony. So, all right, well, that's some of the process, but it's pretty wild, and I'm glad we started noticing them and took it seriously, because we had the whole house treated. The county required that, so the whole house area was treated very, very seriously. It was a lot of chemicals that they sprayed. So like, we're safe there, but you know, as these ants just continue to get closer and closer, they would start to be a problem. So I'm just trying to get ahead of it now. But I just spent the day clearing up here. It probably doesn't maybe look like it, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chainsaw down all the smaller saplings and pick up all the debris within like 15 feet of this tree line, and then ideally do that the whole property line over time. But just clean up the debris, because that's what's causing these ants to move closer and closer to the house, and I'm sure other pests and rodents and different things. You know, if you can clean the tree line and keep it clear of debris and crap, then I think it'll help. All right, let's get the hoe and try to move one more of these logs and see what we can see. Try to do that on camera here. Maybe we could just split this thing or whack on it. Look how soft that is. Trying to do this while holding the phone. There's a lot. All right, let's spray that, and then we'll get one more log. Yeah, this stuff really works. I mean, you'd think, oh man, this whole hive here, they will be gone from this hive. Either it kills, I know it kills at least 50% of them, if not more. But if it doesn't kill them, it definitely makes them relocate, because they had a huge, I mean, this one's probably 3 times as big as the other one, but the other one still was big, and it was completely abandoned, and a ton of them were killed. If you look close, they're just moving so slowly. They're harder and harder to see because they move so slow now, because they're dying of the poison. And then they stop moving and curl up, and they just blend in with this debris that they chew up and eat. But there's just, it does its job. But anyways, thought somebody might find that interesting. Well, we had an ambush, guerrilla warfare. This is my garbage pile that's just like construction debris. And they found this clay, just this piled up clay, and made a massive colony. I've already sprayed them, so they're somewhat docile. This is, I feel like this might even be bigger than that one we just battled. It's massive. It's massive. I'm trying to, I mean, it's probably 6 feet wide, this pile of dirt. From there to there, 6 feet wide, and the whole thing is covered with ants. But I've got a really good, what's that called in video games? Loadout or something. My loadout is perfect. I've got this sprayer, and then this hoe here is the perfect tool to just give you distance. And then I'll set that sprayer down. We'll try to dig in here and see. But I mean, you just scrape at it, and you can see these little, I mean, it might be hard to see in the camera, but in person you can see the tunnel system underneath the clay. Like for example, right there, you see those ants going in those holes? You can see the tunnel system, and then they all start running out. I mean, this whole, look at that. I just hit that. This whole thing. Okay, so that, if we're saying, I mean, not to mention they're everywhere where I'm walking, but carpenter ants, I've been bit a couple times. It's not bad. Uh-oh. I've got a leak. Gotta go. Gotta get my equipment right. This is battle. All right, I got my leak fixed. I'm ready for war, but I just also disturbed the whole thing. Just tossed all the clay here with the hoe. The entire pile, this actually is the biggest. Can you hear that? These piles over here, nothing in them. But from there, all the way to over there is an ant pile. It's an ant pile. I wish I could capture it. I mean, the whole thing is moving. But let's, pardon my French, but let's give them hell. Oh, gotta, uh-oh. Something's up. It's not good. Twists and turns. It's unbelievable. We had them with their pants down, and we had an equipment failure. For some reason, it jammed the nozzle. I must have been rooting around, and I got clay in there. Heading back to the garbage pile here. Tested it. I checked every joint, and the last one I checked was the tip, because I cleaned it from the outside, but it must have just gotten pushed in, and then anyways. Okay, I had them with their pants down. Whole village was saying hello. All right. Yeah, a lot of them have gone back inside. Before they were all on alert, and so let's get the hoe and try this one more time. I need a holster. I gotta drop that thing and it gets muddy. Hopefully it doesn't happen again, but I don't have a choice. Okay. See, just even there on the edge, it's like they're everywhere. They're just, this is a 10-foot long ant pile. And see, there we go. There we go. Come on. Here's Johnny. Yep. Some of this out of the way. Ah. Okay. Okay. Might have to roll with it and just come back another day and catch them again when they're all right. That's the hive right back here. It seems like this is the headquarters. So let's just go. This should cause them to at least relocate, but I had an opportunity to kill a whole lot more than it seems like I'm able to kill now. They came out, although here, I don't know, there's a good amount of them. Not like before, man. I tossed this whole thing. Man, that was a bummer. All right, well, this was an unexpected attack here. We hadn't had time to fully maintain our equipment and get it ready, but we couldn't pass up an opportunity like this. Ultimately, it's a success, but we left some opportunity out there on the table. But this is crazy though. I never knew this was a thing. I had no idea Carpenter ants had, I mean, I'm trying to, like, those are logs back there. That's probably like 4x8 right there. And I mean, I've kind of tore this thing apart, but this thing was like 2 feet high, 10 feet long, 5 feet wide. Just insane. All right, we'll give them one more magazine here. Some of these stragglers over here, and we were very productive today. Very, very productive ultimately. Can't complain. So crazy though, man. I never knew. Just they're all over here, all over on the ground here, and it looks like they were either expanding across the road over there, or that's where they came from, which is more likely. I tossed all of the logs over there before I came over here because it was just getting late, and I just thought I'd I thought I'd try one more time, or to explore one more time, and I thought I remember seeing a lot over here when I was making these dumps of this brush. Sure enough. Yeah, there's just a 10-foot road of their explorers just going that way. You can't probably see, but that's what it looks like. 5 feet wide, or no, 10 feet wide, all the way over into the woods over there. That's what it looks like. So this stuff works though. All right, I'll let y'all go.